Alright, everybody, welcome to tonight's running for the Tru-Axe Truck Series and the final leg of the Carolina Crown. Right now, Casey Sprinkle and Devin McDonald appear to be the ones going for the Carolina Crown right now. Right now, Alan Wild top of the board, Blake Bozell, Hayden Williams, Mike Hauser, Shane Hard top of the charts. It appeared that my overlays are messing up, so let's see here. Well, coming into tonight, one second here. Technical difficulties as always. We're coming to tonight, of course, for Ben Knert. It was a dominant run last week at the Daytona Road Course to put himself in the Carolina Crown. But as of right now, I'm not seeing his name on the list. So Ben Knert, evidently his run will come to an end tonight. So then it'll just leave Casey Sprinkle and Devin McDonald, two drivers going for the first ever Carolina Crown. We'll get a word with them momentarily. Technical issues appear to be fixed. But right now, Stephen Henning Jr. waiting to roll back out. There right now, a lot of drivers. Shane Hard, Cade Kennan, Aaron Stanton, Devin McDonald, Alan Wild, the top five, Blake Bozell, Jason Williams, Mike Hauser, Hayden Williams, Mike Hauser, Jason Williams, Stephen Henning Jr. to your top 10. Let's see if we can't talk to. Right now, the highest of the two drivers going for the Carolina Crown. Devin McDonald, long time no see. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good right now. Fourth on the speed charts with a 31.383. Where's the confidence level coming into tonight? Bit of a hiatus coming forward here. But you're back now, and of course it's on the biggest, well, one of the biggest stages of them all, the Carolina Crown in Charlotte. You feel like you can get the job done tonight and get victory number 2.
We're going to give it our all, but a lot of strong contenders out here, so we're going to wait and see what happens. It's a long race.
Long race, of course. Track conditions are going to change as the race goes on. Right now, it's a slick racetrack. How do you feel it's going to handle whenever the sun goes down and the track starts to tighten up?
I'm a bit worried that it's going to get a bit tight, so I'm going to try to save my tires as long as possible and kind of take it easy for a good wall and try to keep it in the top 10 for most of the race and see if we can get a strong finish.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck tonight. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we can tell you that you'll have the Carolina Crown.
Yeah, hopefully we can see you in the winner's circle.
All right, buddy. Best of luck tonight. Well, right now, Shane Hart, top of the speed charts, 3 minutes remaining. minutes left, 2.5 actually. Scotty Sprinkle on the track. 14th quickest the first lap. Down Lucy, he's gonna call it done. Right now, David McCullough, top of the board. Shane Howard, Kate Kennan, Matt Morrison, Aaron Stanton, your top 5. David McCullough knocked down to 6. Travis Farmer, Alan Wild, Tyler Stone, Blake. Or actually, yeah, Blake Bozell gets knocked out of the top 10 now. Carson Casey Sprinkle, top of the board. 31-273 for the points leader. Scotty Sprinkle, top of the board. One second here, folks. Well, from one side of the equation to the other, let's see if we can't talk to the other driver going for the Carolina Crown tonight. And he is your Tru-Axe Truck Series points leader. Casey Sprinkle, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, running off second tonight. Where's the confidence level for the 59 team? Do you feel like you can add the Carolina Crown to your name?
I mean, my confidence level just boosted about a bunch in the last minute because that lap time I just set. I don't know how I pulled that out. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna qualify that good with that hot track temp, but now it's actually a cool track temp, so it's went up even more. I mean, I feel like I'm a good driver at this track when it's a cool track temp, and it just went down so pretty high. I mean, Scotty out-qualified me by a ton, but hopefully we can get it done and stay up front tonight.
Brother 1-2, how much is it going to be sibling? A little bit of sibling rivalry on top of just trying to get the job done and make sure both of you have a good finish at the end of this thing.
It's gonna be a lot. I mean, big rivalry here. I didn't know he was gonna be this fast in qualifying, but I mean he pulled out a good first lap. I actually did second lap, so that's probably what it was. So it's gonna be good. I mean, hopefully we don't wreck each other battling here, but hopefully we can keep it clean and stay up front. Maybe we'll finish 1-2 in the race.
All right, buddy. Best of luck tonight. Hopefully we can call you the winner of the first ever Carolina Crown.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. Starting lineup for tonight goes as followed. Scotty and Casey Sprinkle, brothers, starting on the front row tonight. Back behind them, Shane Hard, David McCullough. Great qualifying effort for David. He'll roll off third. Kay Still Kenny, Carson Kenny. Row 3. Matt Morrison, Aaron Stanton will be row 4. Row 5, Devin McDonald trying to knock off Casey Sprinkle and claim the first ever Carolina Crown. Row 6, Alan Wild, Tyler Stone. Row 7, Blake Bozell and Hayden Williams. Row 7, Mike Hauser along with Jason Williams. Stanley Henning Jr., Darcy Harr will be row 9. Brent Hammerhand and Luke Bozell will round out row 10. Kyle Gabber, Juan Cobbs Jr., row 11. Row 12, Jackson Hadaway next to him. Ethan Sikorsky making his debut tonight. Bobby Hadaway, row 13. Hunter Rozelle not here tonight as well for race control, I don't think. Nope. So that is the starting lineup for tonight. Ben Knert not here tonight, so it will be one-on-one. Can Devin McDonald upset Casey Sprinkle? Will Casey Sprinkle go to victory lane for a third time tonight and capture the Carolina Crown? Or will somebody else add their name to the wins list? We're about to find out. Scotty Sprinkle brings us down to the restart zone. We are rolling from Charlotte. Scotty Sprinkle leads the first lap. Right now, down the back straightaway. Scotty still holds the gap. Oh, Casey gets first, got Shane all over the back of him. Hang on, Drew, boys. Shane R. Still trying to get around Casey. Not able to do it yet. The two brothers still hold 1 and 2. Caution is out. Darcy Har. Massive damage to that 35 machine. Luke Barzell involved in this one as well. Bobby Attaway involved in this. Got a piece of it. Let's see what happened. Darcy just gets loose. Tries to hang on to us when a clip Blake. Oh, and Blake hard into the wall, as is Darcy. Dang. There you see the transmission gone on that 35 machine. It'll be first caution of the night, unfortunately, for Luke. It'll be night done early. Comes into the night top 10 in the points. Matter of fact, speaking of the points, points coming into tonight. Casey Sprinkle, Matt Morrison, Alan Wild, Tyler Stone, Mike Hauser are your top 5. Really? There you see the wins as well. Casey Sprinkle 2 wins so far. Them are the Tru-Axe Truck Series points coming into tonight. We'll reiterate them in a little bit. Speaking of which, Casey Sprinkle, Shane Hart both in this time. other drivers as well. Casey Sprinkle wins the race off pit road. Devin McDonald right behind him. The first caution of the night done already started for Darcy Hart and Luke Buzzell. It will be night done. Right now, I'm going to re-rack it as the field comes to the one to green as far as the top 10 is concerned. Scotty Sprinkle, Aaron Stanton now inserts himself into second. Kay Kenny, Carson Kenny, third and fourth. Devin McCullum, Matt Morrison, Tyler Stone, Alan Wild, Blake Buzzell, and Ethan Sikorsky. The top 10. Drivers who been under that last caution. But really, actually, keep it chill. Well, so far, it has been Scotty Sprinkle who has been able to hold on to the lead up until the first caution of the night. Still a long way to go. Alright, we're rolling again from Charlotte. Sprinkle this time. Big jump. On the restart, Kate Cannon goes right behind him. Stan looks to the outside. Of course, getting off the wall just a little bit, able to keep it straight. Here goes David McCullough. Right back to the inside. Right on board with David. Now just riding, hanging out. Don't want to push the issue too early as Kate Cannon goes to the top spot. Last Friday's winner. Or actually, the last oval track we went to, Kane Kenny able to get the job done in Kansas. Big time off the wall there. Ford Benton, winner of the Charlotte Roval last week. Now Scotty's going to look to the inside again. Right now, top 5 breakaway, Tyler Stone. He got in the top 5 after a rough run last week. In Charlotte, at the road portion of this track, and of course the rough run at Kansas. Kind of mired the 66 back in points just a little bit. Still in the top 3. Right now, here comes Stan, gonna make it 3 wide. Gonna have Sprinkle right to his inside. Never mind. Yeah, Cannon got a big run. If it were not for that run, they exit turn 2. 3 wide. Not the best position you would want. Here comes Sprinkle right back down to the bottom again. Right now, the battle intensifies for second. Devin McDonald running in 18th. Casey Sprinkle right now up into the 8th position. Them are the 2 going for the Carolina Crown tonight. Of course, the regenerated Pinkener not here tonight. Otherwise, it would be 3 drivers, 1 crown. 141 laps to go. And right now, Casey in firm control of the Carolina Crown portion of this, and right now, right at 8th, Alan Wild almost contact with Carson Kenny. Roselle right now, running in 12th, back to Motor. Behind him, Kyle Gabbard. Juan Collins Jr., that 30 machine trying to make something happen. Collins almost into 34. Really overdriving it right now. Scotty Sprinkle takes the lead back from Cannon. Everybody's going haymakers. Ethan Sikorsky's worked himself into this 5-car mix along with Matt Morrison. Pit stops varying tonight right now. Look at Raging Idiot Racing Network pit strategy report. Casey Sprinkle, the only one to come in under that last caution. Right now, Aaron Stanton will try and take this swipe for the lead, get a bonus point for leading a lap. Loose off for 4. Scotty able to hold on to it for a moment. Stanton crosses him over. Aaron Stanton to the top of the point. Question is for how long? Scotty gonna look right back to the outside again. Cannon gonna look to the bottom. Right now, pretty sure a lot of drivers. David McCullough in the pits. What in the world has happened to the 13? Take a look. Oh, him and Stone came together big time. For the owner of Elite Motorsports. He being the something underneath that truck. It will be night done for David McCullough. Right now, Scotty Sprinkle continues to lead with 11 laps so far tonight. Most of that mini driver, Aaron Stanton, Kate Cannon, the only other 2 to lead so far tonight. Stan's going to swing wide. Stan's going to double digits tonight. Because still to come, live on PGR Esports, the Midnight Racing League Contender Series regular season finale. Or series finale, I should say. Isaac Smallwood looking to try to lock up the championship in Season 3. That'll be live following the conclusion of the Tru-Axe Truck Series live on PGR Esports at midnight. Okay, Kenneth smacked the wall pretty good. It's now starting to fall back. Even Sikorsky looking up at 88. Jackson Hadaway's worked himself up into the 7th spot. The Rolex machine. Right behind him, I mean, there's a hornet's nest. Casey Sprinkle, Travis Farmer, Carson Kenny, obviously. Tom working himself back up. Good a field, Blake Boswell, Hayden Williams, Juan Carlos Jr. Further back, Shane R. Truck evidently not handling right to the 21 standards. Yeah, that are saving, but right now he is 19th. Got a rough start to the season for Shane R. A couple of times felt like victory was in his grasp, only for it to be ripped away. Right now trying to get the season back together. Well, you think about it, had a strong truck in Daytona. Got involved in an incident there. Rockingham was a Gambler 100 out on lap 18. Rockingham made a mistake earlier in the race. Was able to rally back to a 4th. North Wilkesboro look in prime position to be able to get the win there before being involved in an incident with Aaron Stanton early in that race. Well, it's been a difficult season for Shane R, to say the least, but like I said earlier, don't ever count the 21 out. Caution is out. Kyle Gabbard and Stephen Henning Jr. No, not him, I don't think. It might be him. We'll look at it. Oh, yeah. Front straightaway. Don't have any corner yet again. Look at it. Look at it from the far chase cam. See what. Juan Jr. into the wall a little bit. Giving him evasive action. And Kyle got in the grass. Came back up. Don't think Steven knew which way to go and just turned him around. Second caution of the night. Well, 108 down, 108 to go, 25 laps. You ain't got to expect a lot of drivers will be back in this time. Yep, here comes the field. Race off of pit road, Matt Morrison will go to the top of the board. Morrison, Stan Sprinkle, Sikorsky, Kate Ken in the top 5. Ken talk to Stephen Henning Jr. Stephen Henning Jr., Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast, but you got a copy, buddy.
Yep.
Well, bit of a, the grass looks like it's very treacherous tonight.
I don't know what the hell happened there. All I seen was Wob Cobb hit the wall, and I was trying to save it from there, and he came down, and all of a sudden I seen somebody cross my nose. So, do apologize to them. I wasn't trying to wreck them, but.
All right, now, first off, is there any damage to the 22 that could probably hinder the performance, or is she all good to go?
Nope, she's all good to go. She's all squared away. I think we're all right.
All right, buddy. Best of luck going forward. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you. You have a good rest of your night there, Garrett.
You too, buddy. Three racket. Matt Morrison, Aaron Stanton, first and second. Scotty Sprinkle, Ethan Sikorsky, Kate Kenning, your top five. Jackson Hadaway, Casey Sprinkle, Travis Farmer, Devin McDonald, and Alan Wild, your top 10. Right now, only 4 different leaders so far. Okay, Scotty Sprinkle has led for 20, Cannon 6, Morrison and Stanton each one. Alright. Decent green flag run to get started, but right now, that'll be in the hands of Matt Morrison. Into the Echo Park's restart zone. We're rolling again. Scotty gonna look to the outside of Morrison for the lead, down the back straightaway. Casey Sprinkle 3 wide, almost gets turned. 3 wide again. Shot out of a kid. Oh, Morrison into Stanton. Spin hard into the wall. Sikorsky. Jackson Hadaway. Jason Williams involved in this one. Stephen Henny Jr. evasive action through the grass for Casey Sprinkle. Just a little too aggressive. Stanton back to the pits. Let's look back at it. Really just look at it from the restart. So the gap's open there. Casey feels it. They're going to go 3. Place a little bit of contact with Kennan. Dives to the bottom. Goes in. Just does not stick as good as I think you want it to. Sikorsky piles in, and from there it is on. Alan Wild gets a piece of this. Got it again. Right on board with Casey Sprinkle, actually. We're going to take you all the way through the restart. So gap's open, he'll take it 3. Kind of cuts Cannon off from there. Fades up. Cannon wanted to turn him. Cannon tried. Alan Wild's on board. job keeping off the wall. Ethan Sikorsky's on board before we go back grid here. So far right at Sikorsky's lap. Well, Sikorsky done for the night, more than likely. Aaron Stanton done for the night. We get set to go rolling here. Alright. We're rolling. Brent Hammer in a spun, entrance of 1. Caution that again. See what happened? Yeah, stack up effect. Casey tries to squeeze the gap and the hammer in again. This time Brent, significant damage to that 25 machine. Man. Well. For a lot of drivers, it's going to be a rough night. Oh. Got more incidents. Casey Sprinkle, Aaron Stanton around. Payback? More than likely. It's going to be a long night in the office. See what happens. Stanton. Clearly upset. Of course, you got to think back to Las Vegas. Think back to Las Vegas when them two came together and collected Shane Har. Well, we knew. We knew coming in that a lot was at stake. Obviously, the race has been a whole lot more aggressive than what it should have been to start with, and unfortunately, tempers boil over. Lord have mercy. See if we can't get another green flag run in here. Scotty Sprinkle, Devin McDonald, first and second. Blake Bozell, Steve Henny Jr., Juan Cobbs Jr. Top 5, Jason Williams, Bobby Hadaway, Kyle Gabbard, Alan Wild, Hayden S. Williams. The top 10. Casey Sprinkle will get drive-through penalty, evidently being deemed the cause of caution. The second go round. Aaron Stanton back into the pits. I believe that might be done for the night. Well, obviously had to go out across the channels that the driver to 27. We'll have to stay a little bit after to visit the Big Red Hauler following the conclusion of this race. Meanwhile, Scotty Sprinkle, Devin McDonald, Blake Bozell, Stephen Henning Jr., Juan Cobb Jr. Top 5. Scotty Sprinkle with Lee McDonald, Bozell, your top 3. Devin McDonald having a strong run tonight, coming back after missing the last 2 weeks due to issues outside of racing. Back now and looking to make the most of it in case Sprinkle in to serve the drive-through penalty. Casey will stay on the lead lap, however. Wondering if Scotty will cut him a break. Driver already. Boy, that's going to make it a very controversial night. Aaron Stanton, Garrett James up here at broadcast booth. We saw the tempers overflowing. Take us through it.
What's up, Garrett?
Well,
all I know is I got a crappy restart. It's fine. My fault. You go into 3 and 4. I'm like, I feel like I'm giving that enough room, and then I realize he's getting doored up the track by Casey, and then I'm the one who gets killed from it. So, I gave him back his own medicine.
well, are you expecting the admins at the end, the officials, do you expect them to take into consideration at the end of this thing, and ultimately are you worried about some kind of penalty coming from it, or did you feel like this was a long time coming?
I don't know, Garrett. I just know I'm going to start wrecking him every week after this.
Well, buddy, safe to say, done for the night?
Yeah.
All right.
Meatball. I literally went into the pits just to clear my meatball, just to go back out and wreck him again.
Well, buddy. Well, buddy, better luck next week, hopefully under better circumstances.
Yeah, I was having a pretty fun battle with his brother at the beginning of the race. But I guess his other brother doesn't give the same sort of respect, so.
Alright, buddy. Best of luck. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Well, Aaron Stanton, very frustrated night. However, gotta believe there's going to be a very severe points penalty or suspension. We'll have to see what they decide after the race right now. Scotty Sprinkle leads here at Charlotte. Still a long way to go. It has been a very intense night so far. We'll go through the field. Scotty Sprinkle leads Blake Boswell. Runs in second. How about Juan Cobbs Jr.? A hell of a run for Juan so far, up to the third spot. Stephen Henning Jr. fourth. Devin McDonald right now in sole possession of the Carolina Crown so far. Runs in fifth. Kyle Gabbard after a slide earlier in the race, rising sixth. Morrison Kenny Travis Farmer that is seventh and eighth. Matt Morrison, Jason Williams rounds out the top 10. Going further back through the field. Kane Cannon right now rides at 11th. Multi-time winner here at Charlotte and other leagues right now. I believe he's handling an ill-fated race car after smacking a wall a couple of times. He did Sikorsky back out onto the racetrack. However, Sikorsky not involved in this. Bobby Hadaway runs 12th right behind Sikorsky. Alan Wild in 13th. Landon Williams even further back, being involved in that first multi-car incident of the night. Mike Hauser running in 15th spot. Shane R running in 16th. The last of the drivers on the lead lap. Tyler Stone 1 lap down. Brent Hammerhand right now also 1 lap down. Bumper still miss on that 25 machine. The story of the night, Casey Sprinkle. Right now, 1 lap down. Very messed up truck. Ethan Sikorsky even further back. Right now, Sikorsky 3 down. Aaron Stanton done for the night. That's that away. Out of the race, long David McCullough, Darcy Hart, and Luke Boswell. That is through the field. Right now, Scotty Sprinkle still holds on. To the lead. You can see now, probably be a little bit easier. We got 1.3. Okay, so we'll go 2 down. Laps to go. Right now, just joined us for tonight. Scotty Sprinkle, your leader, 4 cautions early in this one for 12 laps, 4 official lead changes. Lap leaders so far, there you see it. Scotty Sprinkle's led 43 right now, running in the top spot. Cannon 8th, only led 6. Morrison led 2, right now running at 6. Aaron Stanton led 1. Stanton done for the night. Right now, biggest gainers of the race so far. Juan Cobb Jr. up 18. Bobby Hadaway up 15, hitting up 12. Blake Bozell up 11, along with Kyle Gabbard. The NSR guys starting to make their way to the front. Luke Bozell, unfortunately, done for the night. back into pits, getting that truck serviced. Shane Harr in as well. Seven laps to go. Scotty Sprinkle leads. You're watching Tru-Axe Truck Series live from Charlotte. We'll be right back. Tonight's race brought to you by Michelob Ultra, one of my favorite light beers. And right now, Scotty Sprinkle putting Hammer in a lap down. Moselle, Devin McDonald's working back over to a third spot. Morrison and Stephen Henning Jr. having a hell of a run. Despite some issues earlier, Wonka Jr. starting to fall back. Now, very big battle right now for the fifth spot between Cobbs and Henning. Steven going to concede it for the moment. We're trying to rally back. Well, Junior and Junior, as it says on the graphic, battling right now. Alan Wild, Jason Williams back for the 12th spot. Allen trying to make his way up to the field after being up on that incident earlier between Casey Sprinkle and here's Matt Morrison and others. Here comes Williams right back down to the bottom again. Going to wash up the track, almost make contact with 33. Right now, while them two battle, Scotty Sprinkle has opened up now to a 2-second lead over Blake Boswell. Right now, here's another Hornet's Nest. Sikorsky still 3 down. He'll pass Casey Sprinkle. I think Casey done for the night. Casey Sprinkle, Garrett Jeans up here in broadcast. What you got a copy, buddy? AC Sprinkle, good things up here in broadcast. We've got a couple days. Right now, have all ladies a little upset. Well, it is hunting for the Carolina Crown. Will go to an end. More than likely in jeopardy. Still a long ways to go. Still working on Cade Cannon right now. Take these 4 trucks, throw them under a blanket, battle for 6. Cannon, Farmer, Bobby Attaway, Stephen Henning Jr. Right now at the front of the field, Scotty Sprinkle. Right now being ran down by Matt Morrison. You can look at the last 5 laps, who's been the most. Just well, actually Shane Hard, that's the last time around. Fastest drivers for a 5-lap average, if I can get them to come up. Back. Better than that. Lap time history. Now there you see it. Morrison's coming. Morrison is coming. Last time by 7/10 quicker. Scotty way up the racetrack this time. Morrison gonna grab the bottom. Scotty gonna try to get the run off the corner exit. He does. Opens it back up to a half-second lead. McDonald and Bozell battling for the 3rd spot. Right now. Morris is there. Hayden Williams in this time at the end of a 41 lap stint. Just goes to show. Here it comes. Alan Wild in as well. 42 lap run for Alan. Green flag pit stops are upon us. Going to keep up for the battle for the lead. 64 laps to go. Morrison with a big chunk. Morrison's sweet spot is 3 and 4. Question is, how can he set up 1 and 2? Morrison this time. It's going to set it in again. Blake Bozell in. Goes in of the 39 lap run along with Devin McDonald, Carson Kinney. Morrison's got it. New leader in Charlotte, Matt Morrison. Sprinkle looks down to the bottom again. Kyle Gabbard in. Here comes Scotty Sprinkle to the inside and to the pits. Almost locks it up and loses it. Give him style points. Hell to say, Wonkoff Jr., however, spins it on the pit road. Right now, Morrison, Farmer, Cade Kennan, Bobby Hadaway, Stephen Henning Jr., Mike Hauser, some of the last drivers to come in. Morrison in this time, as a matter of fact. Travis Palmer stays out and get him a bonus point. What will Farmer do? Yeah, another time. Casey Sprinkle back out onto the racetrack. 15 laps down. Gonna look, try to finish it out. 60 to go. Every position matters. In case something else happens. Stephen Eddie Jr., Bobby Hadaway in this time. Here comes Farmer. Mike Hauser will stay out. Get him a bonus point. Right now, that's at the end of a 44 and 40 lap run. Needs a little bit of last two to pit. Mike Hauser gonna stay out another lap. Everybody's coming in. Oh, and Kyle Gabbard. Did he save it? Yes, he did. Holy hell. Hell of a save for Kyle. Well, here comes Cannon. Everybody is now how. Well, Scotty Sprinkle would take over the lead. Now the question will be, well, never mind. Top three drivers. And right now, Scotty trying to get out of Dodge. Got Morrison and Bozell right behind him. To go, so 41. It went anywhere from 40 to 41, 44 actually. One more pit stop would determine this one. Then I have all lighty. Shane Harr did it earlier. Right now, in the fourth spot for the 21. Caution right now, I believe, would be bad for the 21. I think right now. Everybody get a little bit of laps on their tires so that if there is a caution, you know, it's an even playing field. A caution right now will be bad for the 21. Sky Sprinkle leading over a half a second over Matt Morrison, 7/10 to Blake. Could you imagine Blake Boswell will win tonight? He's got into the wall a little bit. No hard, no foul. Right now, to reiterate another race update. Sky Sprinkle continues to lead, is just after the first round of pit stops. 4 cautions for 12 laps so far tonight. 9 different lead changes for lap leaders so far tonight. Really will combine for 6 different leaders across 9 lead changes. Scotty Sprinkle's been the dominant one of the night at 67. Cade Cannon, Matt Morrison, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, and Eric Stanton all have led so far tonight. Biggest gainers after this round of pit stops, Bobby Hadaway in the 9th spot, plus 17. Wonkov Jr. plus 10. Blake Bozell up 10. Hauser, Sikorsky 9 and 8. $50 to go. This will be the longest green flag run out of night. Right now, 13 drivers still on the lead lap. Devin McDonald. He knows that he will win the Carolina Crown tonight unless something major happens. For a strong run. 4 to 18. Up to second at 1 point at the start of the race. Right now, I believe just taking it easy for the most part. $49 to go. Right now, we'll take our next commercial break. You're watching the Tru-Axe Truck Series live for Charlotte, the Carolina Crown. Still up for grabs. We will be right back. That live for Charlotte, Matt Morrison running down Scotty Sprinkle again. I think these two right here, this is going to determine how this race ends. 45 laps to go, 44 at the line. Gotta do everything you can, let the truck float up the racetrack just a little bit. It's just going to allow Morrison to get another big run. Blake Vazquez fell off to 2.8. Farmer Mike Hauser will round out your top 5. Kay Kenny, Carson Kenny, Jackson Hadaway, Stephen Henning Jr., Juan Cobbs Jr. Oh, Scott Sprinkle got the grab. Or the wall, rather. I'll get it out here at some point. Morrison to the top of the board. Right now, so further back to the field, Cannon and Carson Kenny working each other. Casey Sprinkle off the wall again. But they were working each other. Casey Sprinkle pulls it on the apron. Got man, that truck heel handling as ever. Further back. Shane Hart right now, hoping for that caution. Yeah, the Nattery's about to play a big game because right now there's a 39 lap run for Shane Hart. We saw earlier in the race 44 was the limit that a lot of drivers took it to. 40 to go. And Shane Hart actually playing the strategy game. Be a hell of a strategy pull off if he does. Casey Sprinkle back in the pits. Right now, Horn, Allen, Wild. Third Devin McDonald, there doesn't be the battle for the 11th spot. Here comes Shane Hart. So Hart in for service with 38 laps to go. Matt Morrison has opened up the gap to a second over Scotty Sprinkle. Blake Bozell continues to lose ground. With 36 to go, Travis Farmer trying to get him a podium finish tonight. Now, battle for third. Blade way up the racetrack. I think we're really think that truck, the handling has gone away on that 11. The battery burned up. The tires too fast, too quick. Devin McDonald in. Got the end of a 26 lap run. Right now, they're still chasing Matt Morrison. Juan Cobbs Jr. around to exit turn 4. Single car, no caution. Gets it rolling. We'll see what happens to Wonko's Junior Meatball Flag after a impressive run for the 30. It will come undone late in the going. Guy just locks up the rear. Just locks up the rear brake string, get on the pit road, and impacts the wall big time. Wall will make it in, but his night top 10 finish is done. Right now the gap, 2.5 seconds. So Scotty Sprinkle has led 75 laps so far tonight. Morrison as on to his at 14. Mike Hauser. I've already talked about Mike all night tonight. After a horrendous run at Kansas 2 weeks ago, was able to rally back to a top 5 run last week. Matter of fact, finishing 3rd. Actually moving up to 5th in the points. Of course, the incidents surrounding the 59 tonight. The points will definitely tighten. Still got a long way to go. Blake Bozell still falling back down to 5th. He's got a little bit of gap between him and Kate Kennett. Blake's going to try to fight Mike Hauser for it. Hauser's going to say, I got to go. 28. Laps to go. 29 rather. Blake is in this time. End of a 34-lap run. So Blake will be in. Right now, Morrison trying to put Alan Wild back a lap down. 33 machine. Right now, 26 to go. Here comes Matt Morrison. Alan Wild's going to come in right behind him. Scotty Sprinkle already in. It's going to flip the narrative. Travis Farmer in along with Hauser. Cade Cannon's going to stay out. And Cannon will lead another lap. With 25 to go. Steve Henning Jr. slides into second. Just got another lap. Kenny will too. Kenny into the wall just a little bit. Morrison back out, along with Hauser. When it cycles around, should be Matt Morrison and Scotty Sprinkle back at the top of the board. Steve Henning Jr. in, Teal concedes second. Bobby Hadaway. Meatball flag for Bobby. See what happened to him. Oh, what the hell? That two cars? No, that's a single car. Single car incident, no caution. Cannon. McKinnon letting all these drivers go around him, knows they're faster. Think he might try to get on pit road this time. Never mind. Stay out of here. Both multiple laps down. Cannon gonna hang to the bottom this time. Kyle Gabbard his side the way. Cannon not gonna come in this time. Kind of surprised. Cannon gonna go for it. I think right now Kay's banking on a caution. I really think that's what he's banking on. Scotty Sprinkle has gotten back out ahead of Matt Morrison. This will eventually be the battle for the lead. $18 laps to go. Morrison gonna look to the outside again. Sprinkle not able to. Well, Sprinkle kind of shut door right now. All Scott's trying to do is just put all that dirty air on Morrison, trying to make him, see, a little bit loose there actually, but trying to make Morrison burn up that right front even more. Here it is, Morrison to the bottom. Side by side for second. Morrison not able to complete the deal yet. Side by side across the line. They're running. They're still taking chunks out of Cannon. Morrison to the inside again. Cade Cannon in this time. we're looking at the battle for the lead and ultimately the win. If nothing else does not happen, Tyler Stone. Stone in along with Cannon. As Scotty Sprinkle holds the lead for now. He's going to do what he can to hold it back, but that's 6. Bad fast. Blake Boswell, what a hell of a run for the NSR Racing driver. Right now having a career run of 3rd. Mike Hauser, however, coming right behind him, trying to steal the podium spot from the 11. Got Farmer there winning. Right now, 14 to go. Morrison lying in wait. We'll keep in on the battle right here for the 3rd spot. Hauser down to the bottom. Gonna look inside of Blake. Right now, Travis Farmer gonna look to try to add his name into the equation. No, Farmer right now looking at his chop. With a reiterated, you look from high above points again coming into tonight. Well, next week, they're going to look drastically different. Casey Sprinkle came in with a 58-point lead over Matt Morrison. Alan Wild out by 65. Tyler Stone, Mike Hauser out by 5. Well, Stanton's going to take a big hit in the points. Luke Buzzell is going to take a big hit. David McCullough is going to take another hit. These are drivers who have just worked inside the top 10 in points prior to tonight. Right now, 12 to go. The battle for the lead starting to ramp up yet again. Morris is there. Devin McDonald ahead of them, running in 10th. Mathematically, he will take the Carolina crown. Not how a lot of us planned for the night to go. But, oh! Scotty, big time loose! He saves it! Hard into the wall, but he saved it nonetheless. Goodness! That right there, now that truck's broke. He's still fighting. Go back and look what happened. Oh my goodness. Truck just got loose, stepped out for him and Morrison both in the wall. Hell of a save by Scotty. He's in this time. That truck's hurt. The night and the win for Scotty Sprinkle will come undone. And it will put Matt Morrison with a 5.6 second lead. Oh my goodness. 6 to go for Morrison. Hard to say right now if he will take the points lead, but it's going to come down. It's going to be a whole hell of a lot closer. Right now, further back. Timmy Henning Jr. having the best run of his season. Right now, running in 6th. A heartbreaker in Kansas. 2 weeks ago, the last oval we went to before tonight was in prime position in overtime to take the win. Unfortunately, it did not work out. But meanwhile, 3 laps to go for Matt Morrison. Two to go. Hauser 4.6 back to coming, but I don't think. White flag, 1 to go for Matt Morrison. Right now, Hauser Farmer looking to complete the top 3. I think Morrison does. He had to work for it late in the going, but was able to overcome Scotty Sprinkle, and Matt Morrison will win in Charlotte. And Devin McDonald comes across the line. He will be the Carolina Crown winner for tonight. But the win will go to Matt Morrison. We're going to have a lot to uncover tonight. Elite Motorsports, it will be 3 of their cars inside the top 5. Carson Kenny being the last of them. Matt Morrison, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser again comes home 2nd. How about Blake Buzzell comes home 4th. Hell of a run out of the NSR. racing driver. Talked to Matt Morrison, among others. We're actually going to have to hold off on Morrison for a quick second. Not in the group chat. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get Mike Hauser. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do. What's going on, Garrett?
Not a whole lot. Well, actually a lot, but we'll worry about that later on. Hell of a night for the 43 team after the last mile and a half we went to. Did not go quite how Hauser wanted all night. And, of course, the stuff I'm alluding to with Casey Sprinkle's issues tonight. Points unofficial yet. Matter of fact, we're getting them in now. But while that's coming in, take us through the night for the 43.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to take a little bit of a different approach into tonight. I wanted to see if I could take care of the tires early in the run and see if it would benefit me later. And I mean, it was working really well, but we were kind of catching cautions at like a bad time. Like that first caution we caught like maybe 30 laps in, like I was ready to let it loose, and we were quick and we were gaining. But yeah, just some not so great time cautions, but we were still able to manage. Like we would give up at the beginning of the run, but certainly made up for it at the end. But that last run there, I felt like I knew I probably wasn't going to catch Matt or even Scotty at that point, or Scott. I can't read. I'm dyslexic. Scott, sorry. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to catch them, so I was debating taking 2 tires, and I'm kind of glad I decided against that because I don't know where I'd be if I did, and I made a pretty dumb strategy call on Wednesday night at Watkins Glen, and I don't want to do that twice in a row. But yeah, I had a great battle with Travis there at the end. I was pushing really hard just to try to stay out there. I felt like I kind of had to push because we only had 20 laps to go. But yeah, I'm just glad we were able to have a good night for the 43, top 3. And finally I took some bad juju off my paint scheme because every time I raced the Pop Secret truck, I'd be super fast, but I'd always like wreck out or something. So glad we kind of turned that around for once.
Well, buddy, if you give me 5 seconds here. Of course, lot to uncover tonight. So right now it is unofficial. But after Charlotte is said and done, you'll still be 5th in the points, but this time only out by 71. With the issues with the 59 tonight, are we setting up to see Mike Hauser make a charge here midway through the season?
That'd be pretty cool. Unfortunately, whatever I gain tonight, I'm probably going to have to give back up. Unfortunately, I have some prior commitments coming up next week, so I'm really bummed I'm going to be missing out on Nashville because we raced there before in the trucks in another league, and it was super fun. So really bummed about that. Hopefully taking the points hit there won't hurt too bad, and we'll re-rack them and get ready for what's after Nashville.
I think Atlanta Super Speedway.
All right, well, hey, we'll be back, and hopefully we'll stop the bleeding there for missing a week. But yeah, I'm just honestly I feel really good about the last couple finishes we've been having, other than Kansas. Ran second Wilkesboro, ran third at the Roval, second here at Charlotte. So put together a bunch of great finishes.
Mike, I stand corrected. After Nashville, it will be Bristol.
Ooh, okay, that's good. I like Bristol.
Well, buddy, last question I got before I let you head out here tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for putting the league on and inviting me here again. I'm having a blast racing around all these guys. Got a great group of guys here. Just want to thank the H&W boys for letting me race with them. Just unfortunately just didn't go well for the night. Kind of got caught up in some incidents that really weren't their fault. And I just want to give a shout out to Travis for putting on a good battle there at the end. It was tough racing. It was hard racing, but it was clean racing, and that's how I like it. So, yeah, just want to thank everybody then for coming out tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, as all said and done, Mike Hauser will come home second from Charlotte. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Next up, let's get the race winner in here. Matt Morrison, Garrett Jings up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, it was.
Finally.
Yeah. It was a hard-fought win tonight. You had to deal with Scotty Sprinkle for a while there before we get to that. Obviously, tempers flaring earlier tonight. Take me through what happened earlier in the race with the 3 wide incident for your perspective.
I didn't know we were 3 wide until we got to the corner, and luckily Spotter called it correctly that time and said there was someone inside, so I gave him the inside. Just enough though. Yeah, and he slid up into me, and then I slid up into Aaron, and apparently it was a big pileup. So that was not ideal. It's a little early to be making stuff like that. I mean, if it's like the last few laps, that's fine. But like, yeah, when we're like not even 30 laps in, that's probably a little too aggressive.
Well, buddy, the aggression was off the charts. Now take me through. Later on, of course, had to fight. To get this one, but just take me through. Really, did you feel like you had him dead to rights, or were you waiting for the slip up that eventually came off of 4? Really, just take me through that last stint.
I had him. He was pushing too hard. I was just playing with him there for a while. All I had to do was just get close enough to him, and he'd get really loose. So I was just having some fun. He was really good at the end. That last run, he was really good. Pinched me down pretty hard. We were going too wide, but it was fair. It was all clean. I'd expect nothing less. But yeah, no, when he got in front of me, I was like, okay, it's time to have some time to play with my food here. So just have some fun. It was a good battle. Yeah, I got him loose. Didn't touch him. I got that arrow pack under his bumper in it. Shot him up the track, and he got fishtaily, and away she went, man. It was just clean sailing from there.
Almost got you.
Almost.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a night. I got to ask, matter of fact, I'll go ahead and bring. Well, the boss man was in here, but I reckon he had to get to something else. I was going to bring David McCullough in here. But Elite Motorsports tonight, it will be 1st, 3rd, and 5th with Carson Kenny. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Mike Hauser. Is this going to be a mid-season charge? With now the points in, of course, unofficial. Still probably penalties coming out later on. Right now the gap, 34 points to Casey Sprinkle. Is this a late run charge or a mid-season charge for Matt Morrison with tracks like Bristol, Atlanta Super Speedway, Watkins Glen coming up? Still a lot of season left, but now seems like for the first time the 59 is within striking range.
Yeah, the cracks are starting to show there. I think for me, it's just I have to be consistently finishing and not wrecking, and then making the most out of the finishes. Bristol's got me a little worried, being a short track, and there's a lot of us here with different talent levels, so that one's got me a little worried. The Glen, I'm kind of excited for. Charlotte Roval sucked for me, but the Glen I'm decently well at, so looking forward to that one. Yeah, the Latin Super Speedway, that's going to be another kind of like will you or won't you type thing, but the handling does come into play there, so that should be all right. But I think if I do my job, do what David expects of me, then I think I don't want to say it'll be a good season, that's for sure.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job tonight. First win in the Tru-Axe Truck Series. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
First and foremost, got to thank you, Garrett, for putting this on, broadcasting it. Tru-Axe for sponsoring the series. Got to thank David McCullough and everyone at Elite Summit Motorsports. Like I said, yeah, we got 3 guys in the top 5 tonight. That's really awesome for us. I want to thank Cade Cannon because why not? He's a cool guy. Thank Mike Hauser for also being cool. And I got to thank my wife. I got to thank my kids. Got to thank my mom. And everybody who came and watched, man. It was an awesome race. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. When it was all said and done, Matt Morrison will come home the winner in Charlotte. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job. We'll see you next week for Nashville.
See
See you next week. Doing donuts.
Hell yeah. Actually, psych, I lied. You got one more race to go tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too. Up
That's the
until I thought
finale
about it.
too.
Yes, sir.
That's a finale. Ah, damn. All right, I'm ready for it now.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to
See
you
ya.
then. I'll see you in about an hour and a half.
See you in an hour.
Travis Farmer, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Well, it was a quiet night for you, my friend. After a big battle towards the end with Mike Hauser and Blake Bozell, able to come out here with a third place run, take me through the night for Travis Farmer.
Oh man, to start with, I didn't think I was gonna do any good tonight. I just couldn't get anything going for me. But then about midway, it started getting a little better. Started chasing Blake down, and I had a little hope. But yeah, there at the end, that was fun with Mike. That was awesome racing, man.
Well, buddy. Also racing, yes, I will ask the something like the Carolina Triple Crown or the Carolina Crown in total. Saw some sparks fly tonight, more ways than one. Does the perks for an event like this, especially being the first one of its kind, can we see some aggression come out? And of course, drivers trying to make up spots in the points, drivers trying to defend spots in the points. Like, is this, and then you throw this track in, which people look at it and think, well, damn, this is easy to drive, and then they don't realize how narrow it can really get in the corners. All that was this. Is aggression like this tonight just sort of the perfect storm, so to speak?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, we will. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. It has not been the season Travis Farmer, I believe, wanted.
Nope.
So far, but you will gain 2 spots in the points, up to 14th, 123 back. As our dear friend Stephen Henning would say, a lot of baseball left in a sense. A lot of season left. Do you feel like the 13 or the, is it the 13? Yeah, no. Do you feel like the 9 can make a late race surge, late season, mid season surge, and try to be with a title favorite going forward with tracks coming up, Bristol, Atlanta Super Speedway, Watkins Glen, Michigan, Indy, just to name a few. Got a lot of good tracks coming up that I believe the 9 would be good at. Where's the confidence level at for the 9 team?
Not too confident, but I'm looking forward to it. I think I can do a little bit better. I'm hoping to get a little closer to the top before the end of the season.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Well, yeah, you for the great broadcast you do, and the league for letting me race here, and my team, the Elite Motorsports. We got a good group here. It's going to be fun.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Mike or Travis Farmer will come home in the 3rd spot tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Man, you have a good one.
You too, buddy. Now let's get the winner of the Carolina Crown. Devin McDonald, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, take us to the night for the 18 had speed. A little bit of tippers flaring early in the race. And you will walk out of Charlotte tonight. Let's see. You will come home night to Casey's. To Casey's 18th. Therefore, finished better than him. Of course, controversy surrounding that whole situation. But you are officially the Carolina Crown winner, the first ever. How does it feel? And then take us through the night for the 18 team.
It definitely feels great to take the crown, but we had a real fast truck here tonight. Starting off, we kind of laid back and tried to save our tires and came back up to the field. Figured we had a top 5 car for sure. But then had unfortunate mishap there going on pit road on the green flag pit stop and kind of ruined our night, but managed to pull off ninth. So overall, a decent points night for sure.
Well, tonight, of course, right now, out of the championship talk. For now, I mean, anything can happen. But do you feel like this is the building? Do you feel like this will start back the building blocks for to try to get back into the championship talk, or at least back inside the top 10 going forward? Or right now, is it just about trying to get trophies and trophy hunting?
No, I definitely want to be in the championship and to kind of have overall decent points nights and be there for the end for sure.
Well, buddy, first off, congratulations again on what was a hell of a Carolina Crown trip for you. Of course, the first one to lock in at Rockingham. Did you think coming into tonight, however, that it would come full circle, or was there a little bit of confidence wavering tonight? And hell, I'll ask you, the track going into the night, did that help the 18, or did it kind of damper the 18 a little bit?
Now the track was great until, like I said, we had the mishap, got a little bit of damage when we spun on pit road, but the 18 was pretty fast there tonight, and unfortunately we had that mishap and kind of ruined our night. But hopefully we have more races like this and try to make strong finishes.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Congratulations on being the first ever Carolina Crown winner. You get to hold that title until next season whenever we redo it again.
Hell yeah, we're gonna go party now.
Don't blame you. All right, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too, boss. Last but not least, Carson
Likewise.
Kenny. Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, quiet but solid night for the 8 team. You will now enter next week, of course, unofficial. Got to sort out a couple things afterwards.
Mhm.
Unofficially, back up to 7th in the points, out by 89
Let's go.
to Casey
Let's
Sprinkle.
go.
We're going to some what some would say, a couple of tricky tracks. Allow me to iterate. Nashville next week for the Music City 200. Bristol, Atlanta, Super Speedway edition, of course. Watkins Glen, Michigan. Them are our next 5 weeks as now we're entering the middle part of the season. Confidence level. Do you feel like you can get back? Do you feel like you can get back to the top?
I mean, absolutely. I feel like, if I didn't think I could do it, I wouldn't be here. I think this 8 truck's got something special. I feel like every week we figure it out right at the end. And I feel like, when we do figure it out, we have a good speed enough to win the race. So, I mean, super, super solid night for us. Gained a lot of points on Casey and whatnot. Took a while to get there, but we were able to figure it out in the end and grab the top 5. So, I'll take it. Take the good points, and we'll roll on to next week.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, how good, really, for the 8, of course, we kind of do what they do, is, hell, in some cases, real life still. But back in the old days, practice and qualifying in the day, the race turns into the night. How much does that affect a driver's psyche a little bit? They spend a 30-minute practice, and hell, probably all throughout the week. And let me reiterate, not everyone is going to be like this, but you practice all week, time off you have, you practice 30 minutes, you get truck dialed in for what is normally a slick racetrack, and then we drop the sun and turn on the lights, and it's about 15, 20 degrees cooler than what it was. Really, does that give a driver a little bit more confidence boost, or does it kind of derail a little bit?
Well, I think it's tough, right? Because when a track's so hot during the day, it's super duper slick and it's super hard to drive. You're feeling slow because you're looking at your lap times and you're not where you want to be. Because you know where you want to be, you're looking at it, you're not there. Definitely, can put you down a little bit, for sure. But I mean, I kind of figured I didn't actually practice a ton this week because I kind of figured the race might be at night and my test sessions were during the day. So I actually didn't do a ton of practice this week, but it definitely still messed with me because I was getting in here earlier and running it, and and it was just super slick. I felt super bad about myself. Didn't think I was where I needed to be. Turns out once we got to nighttime and got into the groove, we were right on.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got for you before I let you head out of here tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. Start off with Doughboy Cinematography. Again, appreciate them stepping up huge in the absence of the previous sponsor. They take some great photos there. They really should check them out. W Energy Formula. You can use code ELITE/Summit for 10% off. K1 Home Improvement. Elite Motorsports. And of course, all my family, grandparents, everybody for supporting me through all of this. We're gonna get there one day, guys. I promise. We'll win one of these.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Appreciate your time. Carson Kenny will come home in a fifth
Absolutely.
spot tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Again, points unofficial. And before I say that, we're going to be sure they actually post. Yep. So the changes going into next week. Blake Bozell up 1. Carson Kenny gains 3 spots. Stanton loses 2. Might lose a little bit more. We'll have to wait and see word from the race officials. Kay Kennan, Luke Bozell will drop 2 spots in the points as the gap thickens. Well, of course, tempers overflowing. It's just the fallout is going to be big. And you can catch the action live next week from Nashville Super Speedway next Friday night. Final results go as followed. Matt Morrison, Mike Hauser, Travis Farmer, Blake Bozell, Carson Kenny, the top 5. Kay Kennan, Stephen Henning Jr., Shane Hard, Devin McDonough, Alan Wild, the top 10. Kyle Gabbard, Jason Williams, Scotty Sprinkle, Ethan Sikorsky, Brent Hammerhand, Tyler Stone, Hayden Williams, Casey Sprinkle will come home 18th tonight. Even further down, Juan Carlos Jr., Aaron Stanton, Jackson Hadaway, David McCullough, Darcy Hart, and Luke Bozell will come home 25th after a early exit for the 44 team. And with that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. And I will see everybody in about an hour and a half for the Midnight Racing League Contender Series Championship Finale. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night.